Hello Gorillaz, welcome to this 4-part video training series about product inspections in China. Today we're going to be talking about the different types of product inspections that you can get while your product is still in China. This may depend upon the number of units you have, the size of the order, and the amount of money that you're spending. Our goal is to help you avoid the biggest problems that new sellers have when starting their Amazon business. And we want to get you making money as quickly as possible. So let's get this video training started right now. I'm Rob Fortney from the Gorillaz Tribe, and I'm super excited to help you navigate through the Amazon seller's jungle. If you want your Amazon business to take off like a rocket ship, then you found the right channel. If this is your first time visiting us, a great big welcome from the Gorillaz Tribe. If you're returning, it's great to see your smiling face again. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe right now. There's also a little bell right there, and if you click that little bell, we're going to tell you each and every time we release new training videos. If you're interested in more free training, go ahead and head over to our website at gorillazonline.com. That's Gorillaz with a Z, online.com. You can also download our brand new free course on how to find a winning product on Amazon. It's time to get this training started right now, so let's head on over to the virtual classroom where our head trainer, Paul Adams, is going to teach you everything you need to know.
Excuse me. So what we're going to be doing is covering the 4 separate areas. So the first one is the different types of inspection. Then we're going to be looking at when you should be getting your products inspected. And then how to find inspection companies to carry out the work for you. And last of all, we'll be looking at what to expect inside the report once you receive it. Right, so just a quick warning here. So getting your products inspected or not, if you let your Chinese supplier ship the goods without any inspection and you discover they're not acceptable after they are delivered, it's way too late to do anything, basically. Yeah, because there's virtually no way of sending those goods back to China for a rework. Okay, you can actually talk to them, negotiate some price discount on the next batch, but with respect to the current batch, good luck. Basically, you're left holding that that rotten banana or whatever you want to call it. So this is a very serious situation to find yourself in, and I see this time and time again where people have just skipped that step, or think, you know what, they'll be all right because I trust my guys over in China. Well, here's a word of advice. Always get your products inspected before they're shipped. Okay, and we're going to have a look at various different ways on doing that. Okay, so that will easily avoid that situation where you've got your products, whether it be 100, whether it be 1,000 or a whole container load, that you can't do anything with. So basically there are 3 types of quality control service a professional inspection companies provide. I'm going to go through each of these in as a top level. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but during production inspection, often called the DUPRO, for short for during production, and this allows you to send in an inspection company, and what the inspection company will do, they'll have a look at products and they'll take random samples out during production. Okay, so what it does, it allows you to identify products at a very early stage that have got problems. Yeah, we had sort of one particular member come forward. I said, I've got, it was a metal product, a stainless steel product, and it required some welding on the handle, and the welding was poor, and basically every now and again, the weld would come off, and basically the handle would drop off the product, okay, in use. That's not ideal. Did he get his product inspected? No, he didn't. So what we done next time around is during production, send in the inspection company, and they would actually check the production as it's being made, the products as it's being made. Now, this is very useful because it allows the inspection company to talk to you as a buyer or us as buyers, right? And we can then talk to the supplier and say, right, we found this particular issue, stop production before you make too many, and address that with a corrective action. Okay, that corrective action will be potentially test everyone before it moves on to the next stage, or increase the heat on your welding line, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so it allows you to pick up problems as early as possible, and if you do find any issues, you can put in a corrective action plan to correct the rest of the production batch. Okay, so that's during production inspection. The next one, right, a final random inspection, and this is basically the most popular by far of all inspection types. This takes place once 100% of the shipment quantity is finished. So if you've ordered 1,000 units, right, 1,000 units will be finished, and at least 80% of those 1,000, and those 800 will be packed, ready to go. The inspection company will then come and do a random inspection and basically just randomly go through and pick out various different samples. Now, the reason we do this 100% completed product is such that, not that we're pointing any fingers or, or anything like this, but the suppliers cannot play games with you. Yeah, in other words, what we're saying here, oh, sorry, so we've only got like 800 ready, so inspect those and everything else will be okay. Whereas they know that they've already got they've already made the 1,000, for example. 200, they know they're a little bit like suspect or dodgy or, poor quality anyway, so they'd put them out the back, and they're just going to mix them in as and when. Okay, they can't do that if you stipulate that 100% of the products must be finished before the inspection company comes in and checks them out. Okay, this puts pressure on the suppliers to give, and it gives us as buyers the power, because we can actually say, no, we're not going to move forward. We're not going to pay you our balance. Don't forget, we talked about in the previous one, don't pay your balance until we've had the inspection company in and signed off. Okay, and that is basically puts us in a better position with our supplier. Okay, it's not quite as good with respect to catching problems as the DuPro, because if there are any problems, they've already been made. Okay, what you can do is work with the supplier and say, look, okay, the inspection company have found quite a few problems here. We're not going to sign it off. What you need to do is sort out all of the good from the bad and basically negotiate how to move forward. But it's good because you've identified the problem while the problem's still at the factory. Don't forget the first slide. If we get those products shipped and then you've got them, or in Amazon, you're looking at a disaster situation. Okay. Right, the last one is if you built your business up to the stage where you're actually ordering containers or part of containers, there is an inspection service, which is a container loading inspection. This comes under various different sort of names. So basically, it's make sure your product's loaded into the container correctly. And like the pre-production inspection, which we didn't cover here, is self-used, but it is a worthwhile option if you are getting to that stage in your business where you've actually grown to that size. It can be useful if a buyer has a precise loading plan. In other words, if you've got heavy objects and light objects, you don't want your light objects on the bottom and your heavy objects on top of that. That's going to crush everything. Okay, so that's very important to do that. If you're looking at fragile items, obviously they don't want to be placed on the bottom. Okay, so we've got a specific loading plan. If you need that, this is the time to actually implement this particular inspection here. And also we look at the number of cartons going in, making sure that everything's there. What they'll do is make sure the container is fit for purpose. In other words, it's not got any holes in, it's not full of rust, it doesn't smell all damp and wet and horrible. Okay, and what they'll do is they will actually seal up the container and put that mark on it, and you will get the identification of that container as it comes through. We've also got the iPhone inspection. This is one of Rob's favorites. So this is like your DIY inspection. Okay, so this is the type of thing that I would use and we would use if we're ordering on our test order for 100, 200 products. Okay, well, we may not necessarily require a full inspection, but like I said, it's always worth getting your products inspected somehow. Yeah. Now, everybody's got a smartphone these days, and it's very easy for your supplier to switch on a video recorder and walk around their factory and show you products. It's even better if you can connect with them on Skype or one of these other WeChats or whatever platform that they're comfortable connecting on, and then do a live video conference call over the phone, and they can walk around and do that virtual tour of the company, also showing your products, and you can ask them, okay, turn it around, have a look at that, do this, test this, turn it on, switch it around, make that function. Okay, very, very easy to do because you're doing it live. Okay, but there is no substitute to getting someone actually to physically visit. But like I said, all of these different inspection services have their own particular time. I wouldn't, for example, on 100, order a container inspection or a during production inspection. It's just not worthy of that. But the final random inspection and what we're dubbing the iPhone inspection, very useful inspections to come across. What are the cost of these? Well, the iPhone inspection is free, obviously, and it's just just making sure that you can coordinate the video conference with your supplier. The cost of some of the other services, well, they range between, I would say, $100 and $300. Some of you may know I work for do a little bit of consultancy work for an inspection company in China. They charge $300 a day. We're going to go into how to have a look and find inspection companies. We can see on there, some of them are $100 a day. So it's horses for courses with respect to what you do, but make sure you get something done. We recommend for your first order, your test order, do this iPhone inspection. It's worked for us, and it's worked very well.
Thank you for watching this Gorillaz Tribe training video. We know that this is going to help you avoid the biggest problems new sellers face. Now, if you want to learn more about this topic, then go ahead and watch the entire playlist so you can learn everything there is to know and avoid these big problems. The training video you just watched is taken from the Gorillaz Tribe membership area, where we host weekly live virtual classrooms where you can ask questions and get answers to the problems you may be having along your path to becoming a successful Amazon seller. Gorillaz Tribe members also have access to our step-by-step training videos that will help guide you from start to finish, and even give you the information you need to run your Amazon business after you've launched your product. You want to solve your #1 problem, information overload? We all know that you're 10 times more likely to succeed if you start your business in a group, so you can get the support you need to be successful. You don't have to do this alone. You can join the Gorillaz Tribe for just $48 a month. You can cancel at any time, so you can get the help along the way that you need to be a successful Amazon seller. If you'd like to learn more about joining the Gorillaz Tribe, or you'd like to see our brand new webinar on the 5 secret strategies to be successful in the Amazon business, go ahead and head over to our website at gorillazonline.com. That's Gorillaz with a Z, online.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe right now, or click that little bell so when we have new information to release, you can get those training videos. I'm Rob Fortney. Thanks for letting me help you navigate the Amazon seller's jungle.